mess around with the mic while the music's playing. As I was saying, remember, we are the heartbeat for Tom while he's in there, on the street and online. Don't let anybody provoke you into making a wrong decision today or one false move. I'm not here to tell people what to do, but I see him regularly, I speak to him regularly, and we have come too far just to come this far.
Yes! Yes, mate! Yes!
I'm going to get the lineup of speakers ready. Are we going to have another song? We'll get another song, we'll get the speakers ready, and let's get some energy in the streets of London. Let's fight for the love and optimism. Come on! Tommy's going to hear about this. And let's not forget about the other political prisoners as well, that are locked in a cell for posting stuff on Facebook that Storm the regime didn't like. And they're with the pushing at the front, it's becoming a little bit dangerous at the front. I've been asked to ask you. Thank you very much. So we have got a lot of speakers today to get through in a very short space of time. So it's going to be a rapid turnaround. I want you to enjoy every single last word, because everybody is coming from the heart and they're all at risk being up here. Remember that. It takes some doing to get up here and open your heart and expose yourself to all these wonderful people. And next we have, to open up today's event, she's a Hamas terrorist attack survivor, Miss Tal Hartov, ladies and gentlemen. Give a big round of applause, come on!
Okay, I've come from Israel to give you hope that your fight is far from over. But first, the bad news. 14 years ago, I was taking an American Christian friend of mine on a hike on a nature trail in the state of Israel. And we were walking through the cyclamens under the pines when we were pounced on by two men with machetes. I fell to the ground. I struggled with one of them, but he overpowered me. And then we were both held to our feet. And then we were in this most surrealistic event. We're under really a canopy of pines where I can hear the birds chirp. We're held at knife point for half an hour. And finally, one of them tells me to take off my shoes, and he ties our hands behind our back with my shoelaces. They gag us, and he removes my Star of David. And then I hear this symphony of monotheism. They wail the takbir. Christine Lucan, an American Christian, whimpers, "Jesus save me." And through the vomit behind my gag, I gurgle the eternal creed of the Jewish people, Shema Israel. He stabs me so hard in the back, I fall to the ground. He leans on my side, and every time he plunges that machete into me, I can hear my bones crunch. And the only thing I know to do is to play dead. So I tried not to move. I kept my eyes open, and in front of me, I watched the most scarring and unforgettable sight of a woman hacked to pieces before my eyes. They leave, and I have one last goal in life. My commission is to die. Near where I park the car so the police can find my body, and after a struggle, I managed to stand. I turn my back on what is left of my friend, and step by step, I begin to walk. I have 13 machete wounds, over 30 broken bones, snapped ribs, a collapsed lung, a crushed sternum, a dislocated shoulder, a broken shoulder blade, splinters in my lungs, a sliced diaphragm, and in that state I walked over a mile and found her.
Wow! Fair play!
In this very, very dark story, I have a little bit of hope. In that initial scuffle with these terrorists, I managed to pull out my penknife and stab one in the nuts.
Yes! Go on, Rob! Yes!
Due to that stabbing, the police were able to apprehend the terrorist because of his DNA on my sleeve. The good news is that they were sentenced and arrested, and as I speak, I'm waiting to hear if my would-be killers are going to be released for our hostages. The other bad news that I want you people to know about is for the last 14 years, your taxes have been sent to the Palestinian Authority, who are rewarding these terrorists with a monthly murder salary.
We want Starmer out!
Listen up, man.
Fucking Starmer the cunt!
We want Starmer out! We want Starmer out! We want
I'm
Starmer
going to get to that. Listen.
out!
Listen to me. Listen to me, please. It is unkind and untrue and unhelpful to say all Muslims are machete-wielding murderers. It was a Muslim doctor in Israel who used a scalpel to save my life. Likewise, it is unkind and helpful and untrue to say all Muslims groom and rape children. Not all perpetrators of grooming and rape are brown-skinned Pakistani men, and all victims are white English children. At its core, what is happening in this country is not about race or nationality. Sexual slavery, which is what is happening, is at the foundational text of 7th century Islam. Jihad is a campaign of aggression waged by Muslims against non-Muslim peoples to make them submit to Islam. Islam does not mean peace, it means submission. The sexual slavery of non-Muslim children in this country, at its core, is part of jihad. Jihad shuts down free speech.
Because if you're not doing it on purpose, I don't know what you're doing.
Sneaks in the back door of the House of
So can you just stop
Commons
it?
and demands blasphemy laws. Jihad marches around the corner under foreign terrorist flags with a battle cry to globalise the intifada, and the route of that intifada passes through an arena in Manchester, London Bridge and the London Underground. No one knows in this country the exact number of child sex slaves. But in a way, that doesn't matter as much as knowing their names. Numbers don't nest in our hearts, but names do. Names conjure up faces. And in Israel, we know the face of every single hostage. Their posters are everywhere. We have yellow ribbons tied around trees. We have yellow ribbons in football teams they wear as armbands. Our broadcasters wear yellow badges. And in every public building in Israel, there is an empty yellow chair, and also in Parliament itself. If the posters of your children, your sex slaves, were on billboards in Bradford, in pubs in Rochdale and Rotherham, on tubes in London and Oldham, on taxis in Telford, and in every court, police station and kebab shop in this country, your child sex slaves will become household names, and they will become part of this nation's consciousness. Names of the victims could be on a banner rolling across the bottom of the screen at the likes of the BBC, Sky News and Channel News. Just think if every MP, every baroness, every local councillor, the Lord Mayor of London and the Prime Minister himself would wear a dog tag like this, which instead of saying, "My heart is held captive in Gaza," it would say, on one side there'll be a Union Jack, and on the other side it would say, "I will make our children safe again." London, people of Britain, to fight this fight, you need to get behind honourable, wonderful, warrior Muslims like Raja Maya. Raja has been fighting for 6 years to expose the Labour cover-ups. The Labour Party is protecting groomers and gang rapists to get the Muslim vote. You need to promote the voices of Iranian dissidents and platform fearless, outspoken Muslim apostates. You need to make the name of Samuel Momika, an apostate Christian, but an Iraqi refugee in Sweden, who was known for his public demonstrations of burning the Quran, and he was murdered a few days ago by outraged jihadists. Let me tell you this, I understand outrage. I understand the outrage. I too am outraged at the terror which shredded my life. Not only did I lose my friend, I lost my health, my anonymity, my home, peace of mind, restful nights, routine, income, the dignity to provide myself, my vocation, the ability to enjoy the mundane, the pain-free existence, and my mental health. Yes, I am outraged, but I did not go running after Muslims, pouncing on them, tying them up, and hacking them to death. Outrage is a choice. You have a choice as how you can behave. It's a choice between a machete or a scalpel. And so I tell you, good people of London, and I can see you all, it is incumbent on you, Christians, Jews, Sikhs, Buddhists, Muslims in this country who held in the highest esteem British law. You have to continue to choose the ethical and cultural superiority of Western civilization over 7th century Islam. The alternative, and there's no middle ground, the alternative is to side with the people marching around the corner. They would be the deranged and the depraved who express their outrage by ripping down posters of babies held captive in tunnels. These people around the corner, these are the people who excuse the murder of a refugee because he burned a book of those who persecuted him. These are the people who contextualize, excuse and legitimize the slaughter, the rape, the butchery, the beheading, the burning and the abduction of men, women and children on October the 7th from the farms and villages in the state of Israel. And this is my hope, because I have been wrong. And some of you may believe that this country is over. I've been wrong many times, I'll be wrong again, but I'm here to tell you, if you think this country is over, you could be wrong. I was asked to guide Tommy Robinson in Israel. Frankly, I wasn't really relishing the fact of taking around my country a white, racist, neo-Nazi, goose-stepping, swearing thug. I was right about the swearing, but I was wrong about everything else. I was also wrong about Israel. Those first days after October the 7th, I wondered if we would survive. But I'm telling you, out of this barbarity, we are living again. And where there is life, there is always hope. And I've been wrong about myself. Given the unadulterated terror that I experienced, I never thought that I would ever be able to leave my room again. Hello, London! And here I am, after thinking I could never face anyone again because the terror was so deep. Here I am, just chilling out with tens of thousands of British patriots, with my back to the Prime Minister of this United Kingdom. Just to conclude, I'd like to thank you, and I'd like to say to the people on the march over there with their terrorist flags, it's been very healing for me to take a little time out of my busy schedule of genocide and talk to you all today. So, just remember, London, it ain't over till the fat lady sings.
Let's have an absolutely massive round of applause for Tao, heroes of free speech. And I want to very quickly think about Salwan Mamika. Salwan Mamika had a rather unusual hobby. He burned Qurans on a regular basis. Salwan Mamika was a hero of free speech, and I want to call for this entire crowd to fall silent for 1 minute for a hero of Western civilization and a hero of free speech. Let's have a massive cheer for Salwan Mamika. And now I would call for everybody to go into a hushed silence for 1 minute as we bow our heads and remember that hero of free speech, Salman. Let's have a minute's silence starting now. Let's have a massive round of applause for Salman America. And we want the Tommy Robinson movement, the Unite the Kingdom movement. We want everybody to remember the name of Salman. So I want everybody in the crowd to start chanting, Salman, 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 Salman. And we're going to let the killers, the psychopathic religious extremists that killed Salman know we will never forget the names of the heroes of freedom, but we will despise your name forever who killed freedom and who killed Salman. Thank you very much. And now, a slight change of tone. We've got the broadcaster, the writer and the editor of The Conservative Woman. Give it up for Kathy Gingle.
What an incredible honour it is to be here today.
Cornelia! Speak up!
We're here to end Tommy Robinson's isolation. My name is Kathy Gingle. I edit a website called The Conservative Woman Defending Freedom. That is why I am here today, to defend freedom. One person's freedom in particular. Even closer, sorry. Should it be down a bit? Is that better? Sorry everybody, I'm managing the mic. I'm not very used to this. The person's freedom who I'm defending is right now behind locked doors in cruel, solitary confinement. To add my voice to the thousands of people here, to your voices, to call for Tommy Robinson's freedom and immediate release. Yes! For his immediate release and an end to this travesty of justice.
Yes!
I am here to condemn those behind this shocking and unprecedented sentence. To condemn those who weaponized contempt of court to silence him. This is wrong. The last time a journalist was imprisoned for contempt of court was in 1963. 6 months. Never, ever was solitary confinement.
Shame!
Tommy is a victim, you all know, of two-tier justice. 18 months in solitary confinement for a civil offence is obscene and above all wrong. Today, I am speaking for the many people I know who also know it's obscene and wrong, but who are too afraid to speak out. The far-right label is a very, very effective way of shutting otherwise decent people up.
We've had enough!
Jordan Peterson was right.
Yes, he was!
And I ask, who is responsible for that? The Daily Mail, the Telegraph, and politicians who should know better. They may choose not to recognise Tommy's unwavering commitment to revealing the grooming gang atrocities.
Yes!
They may choose not to like him. They may choose not to have anything to do with him. That's up to them. But letting smears become an excuse for banging him up is just plain wrong. It's time they were told, and I call on them now to stop it.
Stop it!
To open their eyes to the biggest travesty of justice of this century in this country. And to join our campaign to free him now.
Come on, big round of applause for Kathy. It's not easy up here. Come on, let's go. That's what we're here for. We want Tommy out. 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 And you know what? That is exactly what we want. We're not just here to stop the isolation. We are here because we want Tommy Robinson free from that jail cell. No more solitary. No more mucking around. Get Tommy out of jail now. And every other political prisoner that's in there for retweets and Facebook posts that went against the Starmer regime. No more. And next, I have Urban Scoops. I thought Liam Gallagher's quite down here on this mic.
We want Starmer arrested!
One of Urban Scoop's favourites, Mr. Danny Roscoe. Let's go! Now on London. Right. For too long, they've tried to divide us. They've tried to silence us. They've stripped away our culture, but today that ends. Because we want our country back isn't just a slogan, it's a battle cry. This land is ours. It was built by giants, by warriors, by men and women who shaped the modern world. And now it's our turn. For our children, for their future. You see our borders, they are wide open. We are being invaded by thousands upon thousands of unvetted, undocumented men, and we have illegal immigrants living like kings. While our veterans, the men who have bled for this country, sleep on the streets. There is 40,000 people on the terror watch list. Islamists walking amongst us, while every day mothers fear for their children's safety. That is the UK that the establishment wants to hide from the world. The West, we once stood for free speech, but now today's dissenters are either censored, deplatformed, jailed or worse. And again, rest in peace, Salwan. Tommy Robinson. Robinson, though, he has been in solitary confinement for months because he told the truth. We are here, stop the isolation, free Tommy Robinson, or at the least give him his visits! But it's not just about Tommy. We are here for every political prisoner who has been punished for telling the truth. People like Wayne O'Rourke, he shared the truth. He exposed the illegal invasion. He said some hurting words granted, but he called out the government's lies, and now he also is in prison for over 2.5 years while paedophiles and Muslim grooming gangs walk free. Britain has been betrayed by Sir Keir Starmer and the other Sir Sadiq Khan, named to be charged with treason. But who pays for this betrayal? Because it's not the politicians, it's not the people in the gated communities, it's not even the elites with their private security. It's you, it's me, it's our families, our children. So I demand a few things, ladies and gentlemen. Close down the borders and let the people live. Every illegal immigrant starting from those in the hotels, we're going to round them up and kick them out. Put every criminal in our prison system, round them up and kick them out. Start the migration program for those who refuse to assimilate. If you don't want to be British, you can fuck off British. I also demand that British jobs are made for British people. British homes are there for British families. Schools, dentists, doctors, GP surgeries, it goes on and on. They all serve the British people first. And I demand a government that puts the British people first and protects us from all health foes. That includes the World Economic Forum, our powerful organisation, and domestic terrorists like Antifa and Hope Not Hate. And I think UKIP's the one to do this, but now people, I'm going to leave you with this. I am going to leave with this. We've got to do this for our family. We've got to do it for our neighbours. We've got to do it for every single man and woman who gives a damn about this country. And if we stand together, if we fight together, there is no force on this earth that can stop us. And today, we begin the fight.